I made 7 songs last month, but the question is why? I am working on developing a survival horror game which will ultimately need music and sound design in general. Speaking of spooky games, the survival rate of you seeing more updates of this journey is very low unless you subscribe to this channel. I'm sure most of you are aware that the current video game market makes it so a game that is lacking polish will fall flat on its face when it is released. Being a solo game developer, this means I need to have the skills to be able to produce an appealing sound direction for the player.
This is gospel for the fallen ones, locked away in Kerman December, assembling their philosophies, the pieces of broken memories.
What makes an appealing sound direction? We will get to that. But let's first answer what sound direction really is. When playing a video game, the player needs to feel immersed into the world that we are trying to sell. This would be sound effects for everything in the world, ambient sounds such as wind or rain, and even a musical score to help build and relax tension to create a feeling of depth. This immersion keeps players grounded in the world. So, what makes a good sound direction? I think this clip from the original Resident Evil 3 has a lot of the answers we are looking for. Within this short clip, we hear the world the player is in by hearing the fire crackle, the enemy dog shuffling around and barking, the player's footsteps, and an ambient drone to build tension. Just imagine how boring this little section would be if all you heard was the player's footsteps. It would tear you out of this world in an instant, since your subconscious would immediately pick up that something is missing. This information is great and all, but I haven't really talked about music or why I made these 7 songs. Having a general understanding of music helps in multiple ways. Music has a natural rhythm like breathing in and breathing out, a push and pull that feels just right. This can be applied to all sound direction though. Let's revisit that clip from Resident Evil, but with poor sound design. Notice how jarring the sound effects are now. The same footsteps sound repeated with no variation, the fire sound too loud, and the dog sounding too cute. There's a balance the designer has to strike to make all of this feel right to the player, which is also found in music. A song has a beat that helps drive the music forward, while the melody gives the listener something memorable to chew on, with little pieces of ear candy throughout to keep the song engaging. This principle is the same thing for the sound design of a game. This still doesn't really explain why I made 7 songs this past month though. Well, there was a small music competition being held by Wannabe Manisha. I decided this would be a good time to refresh my music theory. Think of it like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I get to enjoy a fun little distraction of joining in a community activity, while also preparing myself for the audio work I have ahead of me for my own game project. The 7 songs I made admittedly are more like 5 very short blockouts and 2 short tracks. This is important though, since I could have stuck with the very first song I started and tried to polish that up, but in the end it would have been lacking the feeling I was going for. So what little time I had was spent iterating through multiple melodies and beats to find something I liked, which reinforces the idea that failing fast can really work if applied correctly. Instead of being stuck on one piece that was low tier at best, I was able to move forward and create something that was mid tier, well, at least to me. Here's the thing though, this was just what I was capable of at that specific time, and moving forward I know my skills will continue to grow. So if you're watching this and you have something you want to create, now has never been a better time for you to start as well. Also, if you're curious about the audio program that I used, it is called LMMS, which is an open source and free to use digital audio workspace. The main takeaway from this past month of work is I made progress by growing a skill. It may not be directly applied to my game yet, but it will eventually. I also got to have some fun in the process, which is important to do every once in a while. We are not machines, and working non-stop will just cause burnout. I guess it is time for me to start working on my game again though, so with that being said, thank you for watching, take care, and stay safe.